All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Speed Gaming After Dark, or well, depending on your time zone. But welcome nonetheless to another edition of the Link to the Past randomizer. We have a Game 2 match between the 20 seed Kaesden and the 52 seed Maniacal. This is a winner-go-home match for Kaesden, looking to try and keep his tournament alive as we go into an Add Keys with Boot match here in this round 2 match. I'm Pro A007, very happy to be joining you, and on the mic with me this evening is IB Karma. Welcome.
Welcome, welcome. I'm ready for a good game.
Yeah, so we've got Add Keys with Boots here tonight, so we're going to be in all the dungeons, all the keys, and all the craziness. And with the boots, this will be going even faster than normal, so we strap in and get ready for some fun.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of things to look for here. And of course, everybody's favorite ice rod, as well as everybody's favorite second and third ice rod in Castle Tower Small 1 and 2.
Yep, though both I've seen both play a factor here, both leading off with the Link's house, and both of them getting triple bombs right off the bat.
Oh, we have synced up choices here.
I've been seeing this as a fairly common approach for Add Keys with Boots, getting the freebie 3 items from Sarsaparilla plus, green pendant location right off the bat.
Yeah, Men's Fair, Eastern Palace, so vanilla.
All right, we got vanilla choices, and we get money, directions, and well, Sarsaparilla, he's not a very good hoarder apparently.
And as chat pointed out, it's a battle between Dark Link and regular Link. It's only Dark Link while he's in the Light World. If you get to see his bunny sprite, it'll be Light Link versus Light Link. Yep, we got
right.
Quake. We got a Quake medallion as our first medallion of the night.
Well,
not the most useful outside of opening dungeons.
no, it has its utilities and spots. You might see it in a few places, but a somewhat profitable seed to start. Looks like both are going to do the tree pull, and ooh, more explosives for Kaesden. Maniacal just adds 4 rupees to his hoard, and more. my, all the bombs you could stand.
I think that was a tier 1 pull for Kaesden. I think Maniacal was a tier 2 or 3. I don't know if he's taking damage.
So the back to the well is just triple bombs, so that's not going to play a factor here. So what Lost Woods just a burrito in the mushroom spot.
Oh, Kaesden saying no to the $20.
Well, he also probably knows that he'll get his money off of, back of in the back of Blind's Hot, so he's fine as far as money is concerned in the short term.
Yeah, I always like just picking up early money. There's some seeds that are very money dry, and it can hurt after a while.
Oh yeah, I've calmed a couple of races. Yeah, where money in the early game definitely was a factor, and yeah, every little bit does help in those cases. This is hard to tell. Well,
yeah, because there's the game needs you to have money for certain checks, but doesn't logically place money at all. So It could say that a enemy drop pull or the the single rupee pack off that tier 3 tree pull is good enough for you to get 500 rupees for Zora.
Right. And as far as back of Blind's Hut, the only notable item was the Cane of Samaria, so that takes away some of the late game concerns right off the bat. Let's see what the back of the well has.
Got some money. More money. A lot of small money. More small money. A heart container and another heart container.
I want to hear that again with. I'm probably wrong. I thought with Kaesden, I thought that might have been Sankheart, but I'm not gonna hold myself to that. I thought I heard an extra beep.
Well, we also got a 25th of our money back from Bottle Vendor.
It's not exactly the Bernie Madoff special, but 300 in the chicken huts, so it all evens out. With both players over 400 rupees, they're about even there. Well, money is the currency so far.
Yeah, we're not quite money flush yet, like not for everything in the seed, but we're getting close already.
Yeah, we're about 150 or so rupees away from doing that, but yeah, about 250, I'd say. Actually,
yeah, we need 120 plus, well, 110 plus 30 plus 80, so another 110. So 220, 720 is what's left.
Plus the chest game, that's another 30. So yeah, so 250.
But yeah, we need right about another 300 to put us over.
All right, so we got a small key, our first of the evening. Oh, and plus 10 for the Smith. Thank you, GFE 12 for that. And then 100 for, yeah, so, we're not completely donezo, but we're getting there.
Another 300 would put us awfully close.
Right.
It's it's no money worries this seed.
Right. Zora is the immediate concern at the moment, and they don't have any logical way to get in there, but with their money count, it's like it's on their minds. It has to be.
Yeah, logically we aren't thinking about it logically, quote unquote, until we get either the flippers or the glove.
Right. Although Maniacal's up 1-0 in this best of 3 match, and I don't know what Kaesden's approach is necessarily going to be here. Is he going to go for broke? I mean, he's turning left. That's interesting. He's going
this
for
is
Regina.
Pretty common. Yeah, this is pretty common for any kind of boot start. It's you split South Shore into Dam and Agina, and then you go to the other side.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's I'm not as familiar with that key strats as I am with, I suppose, open mode, but in Kaesden's case, another small key to swamp this time. That could be a value.
No, that's 100% a value.
Yeah, that's definitely good. What I meant to say is, in Kaesden's case, like, okay, you're down 1 zip. You gotta. Chances need to be taken here.
No, we got a little difference here. We went and bought bombs. And Maniacal is going to do what I thought that Kaesden would do and go farm some bombs off of the crab.
Yeah. Yeah, and also got a little bit of magic as well, and that magic and sparse supplies, and they really can't. Kaesden can't use Samari at this point. Ooh, accidentally blew himself up. There he sets himself up with Samaria there. That's nice. Very, very nicely done by Maniacal.
I think we had a pod key, a GT key, some arrows, a bow, and a flute.
Oh, well. Maniacal's like, that's good enough for me. I'm out of here.
I mean, you're gonna auto-save and quit. Your next logical thing would have been Ice Rod Cave, and it's faster to flute and run up.
Right. Yeah, now this opens a couple of checks in general. You know, you do some Death Mountain stuff if they want.
Ooh, I did not catch that. Chat said we saw when Kaesden jumped in the water, it was Hammer that was on Lake Hylia.
Oh, okay. Thank you, chat. Appreciate that. I totally missed that. So yeah, so Mirror can't be that. Well, I don't want to say too far in the offing, but you know, given the logic of how this works, it's got to be somewhere, right?
Yeah, but it could be close to our go mode, technically.
Good.
Hammer go mode's a thing. It's not a great thing, but it's a thing.
That's awfully rare, but yeah, it has come up.
And we got logical check versus not logical.
Yeah, and you know, Maniacal feeling fairly comfortable with his dark room play, so and using those arrows wisely. There's the fire rod.
So we got 2 major items locked behind the mirror.
Yep. Big key to Eastern.
That's big. That means he's gonna one-shot Eastern.
Yeah, and you know he's going straight to. They're both back in sync, but that Eastern, man, that could be a thing.
Yeah, so essentially what this means is unless Lamp shows up and Kaesden decides to go back and save Old Man, we're gonna have
yeah, he got a little too aggressive there. Luckily, that's not a significant time loss. That's just unfortunate.
That's just crabs. Crabs be crabbing. 2 hearts of damage on Green Mill is a lot.
Yeah, and you know they got all the love in the well, but you know love in the well only goes so. Oh wow, he got blocked again. All right.
Hey, those South Shore crabs are pretty mean.
And a crab, another small key to Meyer this time. Unfortunately, he's 77 rupees short. He can. Well, you can see what's on the ledge, but he can't pay off Zora just yet. Another small key.
Yeah, we're gonna splash delete that. Or he thinks he has Zora money? No, okay.
No, you knew it in that.
Nice splash delete.
Yeah, there confirms our hammer. Maniacal. Gonna see the hobo. Well, Hyrule Castle.
So Flippers put all of Hyrule Castle into logic.
Okay, Bugcatcher net. Kaesden got the magic cape. So yeah, we might get an early at the very least can check one chest in Castle Tower.
Yeah, we're probably gonna check the first chest of Castle Tower and do the entirety of Escape. I mean, if he wants to, if he's comfortable enough with the dark rooms and his loadout, he can go literally all the way through.
Yeah. A small key to desert this time. Still no access point.
Alright, my guess is something is going to be over here in Eastern that's progression. It's just it's probably going to be a glove.
That would make sense, and it could also be in Hyrule Castle as well.
Or it might just be a sword and a lamp.
Yeah,
but we need some Castle Tower keys for that one.
Yeah, their logic has got to show up somewhere here. I mean, yeah, to hell with logic, right? But at the same time, you know, there is a certain way this game has to play out, and we'll see who has the correct call here. And Well, there's a drug deal in our future. That's always nice. Anyway.
This is a very interesting. I like the divergence here, and it makes sense with that big key pickup. Maniacal's going to get his first, dungeon clear, which we know is green pendant, which means he's going to get to turn it in as well right after this.
Right. And got a magic boost at the same time, so he's got some Samaria plays if he wants it. Oh, silver arrows! Oh, Kaesden.
That is early, and that logically is behind the flippers.
Yeah. So, and short term, that's going to save a few seconds. Long term, it's probably not terribly significant, but it's a lovely thing to have. Well,
You remember what I called one glove? How about both?
yeah, it's okay. Huh.
I called for one glove. We got two, and a bombos.
Eastern pulling all the right switches here.
I promise, chat, I'm not a wizard. It was just a guess.
You just play one on TV.
We're probably going to. We're not in logic anymore. So our logic is King's Tomb or Mushroom.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
We have something in one of those two positions.
Mm-hmm. Michael getting some health back. Gets a little bit of love. Kaesden gets a small key. It was pod.
Oh, pod. Okay. I know I saw a key.
Yeah.
I just didn't see what key.
Yeah, it was pod small. So.
Oh yeah, back of escape with one of the gloves. Yeah.
Yeah. Eastern big, to answer chat's question, was
Old man.
Old man, yeah. It's lamp locked. Kaesden having some trouble here. Ooh.
He ran into his bomb.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. So, how bad does he want this? Not that bad.
No, he'll run back. Yeah, Kane would have been a better play there.
Yeah, I can't. I know it's not something you normally see right off the bat, but he's going to do a drug deal and see if that helps him. Let's see.
Yep. Is the logical answer mushroom? It is.
Oh,
That's Dark World between both runners.
in a manner of speaking, yes. Yeah, so Maniacal, though, is going to get our first dungeon fight in Eastern. So this is a fairly trivial fight. Not quite as trivial as one Kaesden's going to have, but nevertheless.
Yeah, Kaesden. So the good thing for Kaesden is there's nothing really in the big chest or in the Eastern Palace big chest. The bad news for Kaesden is he's got a double dip Eastern.
Yeah, 1725 for Maniacal, grabbing the green pendant, so he's going to be able to turn that into Sarsaparilla, and we'll see what we get out of that.
Oh, Bombos was in big chest. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that is true. We did get Bombos.
That is something.
We have seen Fire Rod though, which is kind of the one thing that can bail out, and it's armor off the Armos green pendant turn-in.
Hey, armor, yay.
So glove 1.
Yeah. So, all right. So Maniacal's next move. Okay, back of actually King's Tomb, then back of escape.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna do King's Tomb in the back of escape, which is it's fine. Nothing wrong with any of the choices they've made. One staying more in logic than the other is the only difference in this.
Mm-hmm. Zora money taken care of, all set there, and actually, really, all of his money is now taken care of. Alright, so, back of escape, what do we got?
Yep, Kaesden died on the way to this. Let's see what he doesn't have for a few seconds.
Compass? Money?
Nothing. Okay, so not a big loss. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. So Kaesden's been clinging to logic, so he just out on that.
Yeah. So Maniacal's now going to do the rest of Hyrule. Okay, fair enough. And so Kaesden can do Dark World stuff. So he might get the early edge here on some of that stuff. Just because he's playing closer to the logic than Maniacal is. Maniacal, at the same time, didn't have to double dip Eastern. So we'll see how this progresses.
Yeah, like chat's been pointing out, the big thing for Kaesden, like with the way he's played this, is just he's missing that bombos.
Mm-hmm.
Which may or may not be important. We don't know yet.
Right. He can check. He can do a couple of checks in Southwest Dark World in Meyer.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate him to go in. He might even do Meyer. Yeah, he's gonna do Meyer Shed and check the medallion.
Yeah. Also pointing out, actually, both are there's Ether. It's Ether figures, right?
Yeah, well, that's not bad for him, knowing what we know.
Yeah. Maniacal is okay. There's love and more love. Silvers for Maniacal.
And Maniacal is just wishing he had the silvers about 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, worse things could have happened, but yeah, it's definitely optimized for that. So Kaesden is going to do our first, foray into the Dark World overworld.
Yeah, Maniacal won't be too far behind him. Maniacal's going to leave here and go essentially probably straight to Mushroom. It's super fast with loot.
Yeah. Alright, so Kaesden, with the cape, can do bumper cave if he wishes, if it's anything. Yeah, I'd say they're going to do that.
That's locking a couple of important things. We may actually see him set up the water walk to go get the hammer out of logic. While he's up here.
Yeah.
Where was Cape? Because Maniacal doesn't have it.
Cape was Waterfall.
Oh, that's all behind Flippers. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm interested to see if he's gonna step this water walk. It's very high odds he might. Yeah. Because if he gets hammer, he gets to go do all. He gets to go essentially go do all of Dark World, or like all of Mountain. Sorry, all of Mountain.
Key to Skullwoods for Maniacal. That actually could be a. When Kaesden is out of arrows, so
he's setting up the water walk.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. So now he's got to run all the way to the right, and then he'll hop down and into the whirlpool. Yep. Good. That's what I was about to look at.
Big key to desert from Maniacal.
So that's full desert access. We can almost beat it. We just need a fire source, which Kaesden can get the fire rod.
Yep.
Yeah, flippers are going to show up anytime. They might be in like Hype Cave or Front of Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a minute though before Maniacal gets that mirror, because he doesn't have the cape. He didn't go up and peek it.
Kaesden does get his hammer. Maniacal gets a red boomerang.
Man, I would be really tempted to go back up to go get that fire rod I know about.
So would I.
There's flippers.
Well, all right, so everything's gonna play into logic pretty soon for Maniacal. Okay, fortunately,
I'm hoping he goes up and gets his fire rod. That way he can do skull while he's in town. Nope.
Maniacal actually is going to avoid taking the intentional death here. He's just going to carry on with what he has, and I think that's probably the right move at this point. Unfortunately, without the mirror, he's going to have to double dip on some of this, and hopefully, in his case, it's not anything that's of particular value.
Yes, Kaesden saw the fire rod. Kaesden went up. He went up DM. He did not save old man, but he went up DM.
Yeah.
And check spec, so he knows fire rod's up there.
Yeah. All right. So, well, 5, 8, 11, 15. That's 15 digs to get a sword, and not a moment too soon, I'd say.
That could be why he didn't rush fire rod, but you have a lot of checks up there for a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's been playing really close to logic, so maybe he will once he puts it in logic here in about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he grabs these flippers, literally everything he's got's back in logic.
Mm-hmm. Maniacal's going to kind of do a small key to pod. In Maniacal's case, he's kind of doing a half measure here with a lot of his checks. So he's missing out on some stuff because he doesn't have everything, whereas Kaesden does. Kaesden, if he wishes, can really clean this place out.
Odd and Hera, by the way, for our 5/6s.
So, yeah, there's definitely some choices here. Alright, so what we got in Hype Cave today, folks?
Is it hype? We have a small key to GT.
Alright. See. 50 bucks, 10 arrows. That is about as unhype of a Hype Cave as I've seen in some time.
Oh, Morgan, if you're talking about like, can you get? It's not a soft lock. It's a it bonks you into the water, and then you have to wait a minute to save and quit. The randomizer has a little bit different functionality on the fake flippers. It used to cause instant death. Now it causes you to kind of freeze up, and then you can save and quit after like a minute.
Yeah, and apologies, it was 16 digs, not 15, but a shovel nonetheless from Maniacal.
Yeah, he might go turn that in immediately.
I would think so. I mean, you're in the neighborhood.
This is gonna be clean route for Kaesden though.
Oh yeah, this is really Maniacal as the dungeon lead, but Kaesden has the knowledge and the means to really clean up here. And well,
let's just clean up this whole area while we're here. Do all the fetch quests.
Yeah, it's like why not?
All right, we're about to get our cape on Maniacal side so that he can go get his mirror, so that he can go get everything else.
Yeah. It's like, you know, everything's going to start to fall into place. The one advantage Maniacal has is he can find out what Zora is scamming us for today.
That is true. Kaesden did not have the money, so Kaesden will not go back there probably for quite a while.
So we'll see if that actually matters. Tick tick. Just a little bit of love for Kaesden from the Magic Bat. Alright, folks. Is it the Bernie Madoff special, or are we getting something today? Well, I'm not going to say that's nothing, but that's not what Maniacal was probably hoping for. I mean, full heart is nice, but yeah.
It's good news for Kaesden.
It is very good news. And to your point, if he's last locationing stuff, that's probably very low on his list. So we'll look at K45 here. What do we got? And just vanilla piece of love.
Now, normally we'd be ditching the purple chest right here, but because we picked up the shovel, we cannot. We have to escort it a little bit longer.
Yeah. Maniacal's heading into Skull Woods.
Which, this makes sense. He hasn't seen Mirror yet.
Right. There are some checks Maniacal can do.
And now, bye-bye purple chest.
He's fine.
Oh, no, this is intentional on him leaving the chest putts. So, it still thinks the chest is following you, so as long as you mirror close to the guy, then it still gives it to you.
Just $5 there. Right, so next steps for Kaesden. He hasn't done Hype Cave yet.
It's probably Hype Cave into Death Mountain.
Death Mountain, or
I think logically the seed wants you to go up there because you got hammer, mirror, and mitts.
Right.
So you can clear almost everything, and one or both of these people, both of these players, may be able to hover.
Yeah.
And if they can hover, they can clear everything.
I mean, I'm looking at the key count for Kaesden, and it's like pod. I mean, you don't want to double dip, but
he's gonna go that way. But this could just be pyramid and no, he's going toward pod. Whoa, no hobo.
Oh, he's
okay.
Hobo, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I'm not saying it's necessarily the best play, but you know,
Ooh, I actually like that crop. I like somebody in chat pointed out, Melchio pointed out, yeah, we can do desert. Well, we need the fire rod. We need a light source.
Right, and you know, Kaesden knows where to find one of those. Assuming he gets there anytime soon, but he may not be in any particular hurry at the moment. He wants to maybe clear the decks on everything he can do right now.
Oh yeah. He's not just for the meme in chat that's going on. He's not contractually obligated. We won't hear a thud on his stream anytime soon for him not going to pod because it is not a pendant.
Right. Ooh, is he gonna do? No, he's a little short there. He's gonna do
Top of the castle. Makes sense. He might be doing this into catfish, and then he might clean up the Zora.
Yeah, I like this play. You know, we're in the neighborhood, and when you can run doubles, you absolutely should.
So we got mirror. What did we just get off a graveyard?
Yeah, I didn't see. Chat, help us out here.
Ooh, another pod small.
I don't know. It's like, I know we don't have the big... I know we
You
don't
definitely
have...
go get fire rod before. You're supposed to get fire rod.
Right, 100%. But it's like, if you're going for dungeons after, it's like, boy.
Oh yeah, he could go if he does old man when he goes up to the mountain. He can, especially since he has a sword now, he can just clean up Eastern and Pod together.
Mm-hmm.
And look, Maniacal is also over here to catfish.
Still missing the big key for Pod, but nevertheless.
Yeah. You can still touch both dungeons. Well, you may just find it up on the mountain when you're getting your fire rod.
Yeah, that's possible.
We've got a ton available.
Alright, so there's a small key to Tower of Hera.
So Maniacal's are out in the south, so he's gonna hit Pyramid and everything on his way down to get his hammer. He's just taking this route down to the hammer, which is perfectly reasonable. He's cleaning up checks.
Yeah.
Or not. Yeah, he's still going there. Yeah, he's just taking the portal.
Kaesden's gonna get scammed here by the big fish, and he'll get an extra heart out of the deal, so...
I mean, $500 for a heart, that's probably fair. Black market price.
Yeah, that whole market, man, like, you know, name your price.
Alright, so yeah, the Maniacal's going straight to Fire Rod. Kaesden's probably gonna be right behind him. Yep. So essentially, right now we are a pod small key up for Kaesden because he's done first check of Castle Tower, and we are an Eastern Palace completion up on Maniacal.
Right. Yeah, in terms of the numbers on that front, you know, Maniacal's ahead, but it's not a significant difference at this point. I mean, it's not that much. And Kaesden's taken a couple of deaths, Maniacal is not, so that's also weighing on that. And Maniacal also has Blue Mail, which, you know, in about 30 minutes, it's not going to make a huge amount of difference, but who knows. So, Maniacal passing on the bottle. Kaesden did get a bottle from somewhere.
I think I saw Maniacal get a bottle, or was it Kaesden?
One of them got a bottle for sure.
I definitely saw the bottle.
So, Skullwood's Compass. That's it. That was it.
Yeah, so that's Maniacal.
Right. So he's
and here's one for Kaesden.
Right. Okay.
So the tracker was just a little ahead. He just had Kaesden's bottle before Kaesden got the bottle.
Yeah, I love it. I love when that happens. All right, so we're gonna see what's here in the essentially the big key chest of Tower of Hera.
We already have Spike Cave Logic, FYI. We have Cape and Hammer.
Yeah.
Bottles be darned. We already have the two pieces that the Logic cares about.
Yeah, nobody said he had to live for it. It just said the game just said it's logical. Big love on Floating Island. Well, there's our lamp.
There's lamp.
Alright, so no more darkroom troubles. Kaesden, you can't. Yeah, the Kaesden, like, oh, maybe.
He just
I
wanted
see.
there's a bomb.
Yeah, he needs a bomb to, actually, continue on with this little quest of his.
Skull big, cool. Not necessary, but cool.
Okay, so it's gonna do kind of the reverse what Maniacal's doing.
Yeah, I like this route because Bombos. Okay, that's kind of big for Maniacal.
More love, burrito and bombs. So
that big chest of Eastern is hard required to get into TR.
Big key to Meyer. There's the other mail. So Maniacal's gonna get red mail in about, I don't know, 60 seconds.
Yeah, he's got mirror. He's gonna bust his way through both those blocks.
Yeah.
It won't take long.
Alright, so Case is gonna do a spiral cave.
Yeah, they're doing the non-hook shot checks in case they don't have to hover, and then we'll hover if they need to.
Well,
it's always nice to save the fingers if you can.
amen to that. Alright, so
This is kind of a big difference here because Maniacal has the option to dip TR if he would like. Only has one small key, so can't go really far, but can get all three checks out of the front.
yeah, I mean, it looks like he's gonna take a run at hovering, it seems.
Well, the first chest right here is bonkable. This one could have hook shot even. And
well,
yeah, we can get the chomps because the pokey key. Nope, hovering's a little difficult.
they're timing and rhythm as much as anything.
Oh, getting there. Okay, we got this one. Two more. Well, one bonk. This one's bonkable. And then one more hover. Nicely done. And not really rewarded for it.
Unfortunately, no.
We're gonna run over to Spike, it looks like.
Well, it seems that way, yeah, with, Kaesden also having a little trouble there. And with 10 hearts, Maniacal's probably feeling pretty good about this. Yeah, no problem. Alright.
A beautiful compass for our troubles.
Nobody said it had to be fair, so,
Kaesden may just forget about this one. No, he's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it from the bottom this time.
Alright, so Maniacal's next move,
Need some magic. Might be thinking ice?
possibly, yeah.
The way he set up that magic? No, he's gonna go swamp or skull thieves. This makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I think, probably the faster, more expedient plan if you get some more stuff as you're going along. Like, I don't necessarily think they're too worried about arsenal, but hey, getting something, better sword, for example, he's not going to turn his back on that.
Nah, they got hammer too, so it's just like
Right.
this fight's not going to be bad for either one of them.
No. A little bit of love in the big chest. Got 2 more checks, both logical. So all things considered, we're at the 44-minute mark. We've only seen 1 dungeon completed. That's unusual.
Oh, we are getting divergence, and it's dungeon clear divergence. We've got desert coming on one side, while we've got the skull on the other. Yeah.
Yeah. And we know we're still missing ether. Ten arrows in the big chest of desert.
Yeah, I like this desert clear though. We can literally clear everything, so just get it done.
Yeah.
Oh, PR small number 2. We need at minimum 3 of those. Alright, so we already know our medallion, so we know we need ether that's still kind of just out there. We don't know where it's at. Oh, never mind. I'll stop now.
Yeah, as he was saying.
That means we're probably going to go to Meyer immediately after this now.
I would think so. Maniacal had no trouble with Mothula. Gets a bloomerang this time and gets another pendant.
Well, I'll change what I was saying. We need hook shot, which we don't know where it's at. And that's the only item we need that we don't know. We still need quite a few keys, but that's the only item we need.
Right. Alright.
Oh, ice rod. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We don't have the literal frozen rod of badness.
Maniacal. Interesting. He passed on Thieves Town. He could do it.
I mean, I already said there was a glove in Eastern, and 2 of them showed up.
Yeah. As Maniacal is gonna do Meyer Shed. Gets love. Good. Alright. Kaesden's gonna get his take on the land molas. Ooh. Just misses on the 1 cycle.
Yeah, you missed the 1 cycle and then your rhythm's all screwed up and it just doesn't feel right.
Kaesden on the board at 46.59 with Desert, so it's a 2-to-1 game right now. Maniacal
About to do desert
now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to curse this to be the fastest seed of all time.
I've seen the fastest seed of all time. I saw somebody break 90 in this, so doesn't.
Oh, we had one in Challenge Cup where the person was very close to sub 90.
Yeah,
may have sub 90'd.
Let me check my files. Oh, it was GFE. Yeah, GFE had 91 on the nose. And it had keys about 2.5 weeks ago.
Let me check this one second. I calmed it last night.
Yeah. Oh no, excuse me, it was Mal. Mal Xanthos clocked 91 on the nose. Sorry.
Okay. Challenge Cup had a 138. Which is still pretty good.
Yeah. Sorry, JFE. Yeah, that's right. Because that was the one where everything just went Mal's way from like the opening tip. It was unbelievable. It was absolutely insane.
GFE, you know we're only remembered for liking Enemizer, and that's it.
Well, yeah. So Kaesden gonna.
Yeah, we have our. Me and you have our corner, and we like it.
Yeah. I'm just the weekend golfer here, so who am I to judge? So cutscene chest for Kaesden. Maniacal getting his own cutscene, and small key to Skull Woods. Not really of particular value here. So
I mean, Maniacal's gonna be in right behind him. So
yeah,
every dungeon that Kaesden's clearing, Maniacal's clearing right behind him. So no real advantage or value for Kaesden in this.
Yep, 3-1 lead for Maniacal.
There's that Thief Small.
Yeah. Oh yes. So
Thief Small was in the lobby of Meyer.
Yep. So that
another pod small. Okay, we can get all the chests that aren't the big chest and boss.
Yeah. $20.
I feel like the more linear this seed stays, the worse it may be for Kaesden, honestly.
Yeah, like there's maybe apart from like the unintentional death or two here, and it's not like Maniacal's made Kaesden's made bad choices. It's just like in terms of the way this is playing out, they just haven't been the most optimal choices. So
yeah,
it's like it's one of those things where you're trusting your gut here, and you really just kind of have to have faith that it's going to pay off. And right now, Maniacal at the 51-minute mark has had the better run of it, and Kaesden's like, ugh.
Yeah, Kaesden just gave up on that hover.
Yeah. Now he's kind of getting himself a little twisted around here, getting a little tilted, it seems. Oh,
there's Sankard.
There's Sankard. Okay, so that other beep was just me hearing things. It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, nothing too crazy going on right now. We're just getting the Meyer clear, which means we won't get to see anything new until Vidi's down. And the Vidi fight's gonna be super simple. We've got silvers, so.
Yep. Both have more than enough arrows to make this happen. We're still waiting on a sword upgrade at some point from our runners. Both have been stuck with fighter swords since Digging Game.
Some of the spooky setups are fun to watch. So in here we found the GT Big and the Thieves Town Small, and that was kind of mostly it.
Yep, and both have their places to be sure. Alright, so Kaesden had no trouble with Vitreous, gets more love, and gets his second crystal at 5333.
So we're probably going to see Thieves Town into Skull for Kaesden.
I would think so.
And we'll probably see Thieves Town for Maniacal right after this.
Yeah, there's really no reason not to at this stage. Looks like Kaesden's gonna do
Checkerboard.
Checkerboard.
Maniacal's checked it, he hasn't.
Okay, so another 2-for-1 deal here.
Yeah, so our two missing items are, well, three missing items actually, are Hookshot, Ice Rod, and a Sword.
Right.
The rest of our missing kit, oh, there's Pod Big.
Alright, so that Kaesden's gonna have to kind of think this through a little bit, but like that's definitely gonna be on the to-do list now.
Oh yeah, this is a Thieves Town into Skull and then Pod into Eastern. Is probably his next place. There's no reason not to just do all that.
Right.
So we're gonna have that. So we're missing the 3 items, and then for keys we're missing 2 CT smalls, of course, and the TR big and a TR small. And that's it for go mode.
I think, yeah. And then Kaesden also has to pick up Bombos at some point, but we know where that is.
Yeah. Not checking Sick Kid before going to Dark World. May check it after Thieves.
Yeah, I think he's kind of got dungeons on the brain at this point. And as far as one-off goes, it's not too far out of the way.
Nah, it's really easy to get back to. Chat's already hoping for the worst. This is why we both love and hate when people say stuff like that in chat. As a viewer, you love it. As a runner, you hate it. Because you just know chat's rooting against you.
Yeah. And psychologically, just for me, you just gotta let that go. It's like, whatever. Like, I'm gonna do my thing. Runners wants be damned. It's like, logically, it's like I'm already dreading. It's like, well, I already know the worst is gonna happen. So it's like, hit me.
Right now, our big interesting, Kaesden's up 2 pod smalls. We know one is, one was, oh crud. Sorry, my brain just blanked on it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it. It's the check Kaesden did that Maniacal's not going to get to. CT1, thank you. Thank you, Barnes.
Yeah.
That's one that Maniacal's not going to get to for a while. So, I mean, I don't know where the other pod small he picked up that Maniacal hasn't. Look, I'm pushing 40. My brain barely works anymore, and I play Zelda, which competitively, which means that I'm not using my brain for good.
Most of what you said would apply to me, except for the playing Zelda competitively part. But yeah,
you don't forfeit competitively, Lord of Sense. We have someone who forfeits competitively. That role's taken.
Yeah. All right, so we're underway with blind here for Kaesden. This is a fairly routine fight. This is about as scripted as you're going to get in terms of execution. There it is.
Alright. Thieves done. GFE. You spelled his name wrong, GFE. Closer. Kaesden is going to knock out Graveyard Ledge. It's an isolated check, so it's just wants to get it out of the way.
And Maniacal's already done this as well, so we're getting
time, just giving time back.
So 5-3 in favor of Maniacal at the 59-minute mark. Yeah, we're still missing a couple of key items in both their places. Kaesden's down the Bombos tablet. Maniacal's down a couple of keys, and Maniacal's about to perhaps swing his way towards.
He's about to go to pod.
Yeah,
maybe he only has 3 smalls. It's not super great on 3 smalls. So you kind of want at least one more.
Right. I mean, you know.
Oh no, we're gonna go do hammer pegs, get our powder. Okay.
Yeah, that'll take care of that, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, and this might be the 4th pod small here.
And to answer Chad's question, did Maniacal have small big key? Yes, he did. And so health upgrade for Kaesden, going up to 13 hearts. Maniacal gets the magic powders, so we're gonna run the rest of the sequence here, it looks like.
So people just clearing what the other one's already cleared. Perfectly normal for 80 keys.
Sure, it's asking is purple chested pod small, I believe.
It's either that or bat. One of them is the missing pod small. Not bad, okay. So probably purple.
It is the purple chest, yeah.
And then CT1 is the other one, which that one I don't think Maniacal is going to get for a bit. And if he decides to go to pod on 4, then he has an interesting choice. Because when you go on 4, you can't open everything. You have to leave a check. And your choice is between Harmless Hellway or the Vanilla Big Key chest.
Right, and you know, it after a certain point, it's not as bad as you probably think it is. You're kind of playing the percentages after a certain point.
The only way it hurts is if like it hook shots in one of the 2 chests and it's 6 key locked and you choose the wrong chest.
Right, or some kind of big chest, or some kind of, you know, big key or small key or something, just to kind of throw a spanner in the works. Maniacal is going to ice.
It's with no keys is interesting.
I thought somebody picked up maybe a compass or something. Somebody picked up something for Ice Palace, but
I mean, you can do this with no keys. It's just 1 key makes it slightly nice. And then the big key, of course, is always nice, but it's, yeah, going in here with 0 kind of, it's not bad, it just feels weird. Does he have a key? Oh, he has 1 key, okay. Alright, just no big key.
So where's the item density? What dungeon?
Kaesden's gonna go pod Eastern. That's what Kaesden's gonna do.
I would think.
He has full clearable pod and to finish up Eastern Palace, which is gonna give him Bombos, which is gonna give him, if he finds Ice Rod and another TR small, he's probably gonna rush up to TR.
I would imagine so, yes.
I'm really just kind of keeping an eye for the moment over on the Maniacal side, because I kind of want to see what he's going to break out of this, or get out of this ice. It's not really a break, it's just, we're definitely missing stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to do doubles, but it's like, the other option was like, go to swamp.
Okay. Don't care about that. We've already beat it. Never care about the second one anyways. Yeah, having a one small key when you come in here, you at least get to route everything pretty nicely. You just gotta skip the big chest and hope nothing's there.
Yeah. The bottle for Maniacal.
So far nothing on either side. Nothing of note.
No.
So I was curious how Kaesden was going to route this, and I don't know if it's just preference, but he chose to come front first after doing bridge. I figured he would have done bridge back because he has everything, just mirrored and then done the front into the boss. Yeah, I thought so too, GFE, especially if you went to bridge. If he decided to immediately hop down, then whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, there's TR3. Alright, Ice Rod. Ice Rod. He's a wizard, Harry. You can tell what I grew up with.
Yeah. Didn't we all?
I went, that's true too. Been rocking the long hair for a while, so that's true too.
Yeah. Fighter sword, no problem. Another small key to Castle Tower.
Okay, we needed that. That's the first big thing we've seen between either of them. And I know Maniacal is doing this because he is short on pod keys. That's why he doesn't want to go to pod. You don't want to go to pod on 3.
No.
Then it wasn't purple chest because he didn't get it. Well, he's gonna go.
He's gonna do it.
I'll remember. I'm gonna try, GFE. I'm old, but I will try to remember to tell him that from you. And I will even tell him that was from you.
Pod was a whole lot of nothing.
Well, we haven't seen the back of Pod yet. He routed Pod really oddly, so we haven't seen the back yet.
And I've seen people, do the front and just take care of the boss, and then they clear the decks on the back,
Yeah, and usually, so the reason GFE said that, right, is because usually that's the route you would take in open, if you found the big key up front. Having the big key and 5 smalls, you already went to bridge, which is where he just jumped across. You should have just went to the back, mirrored out, and then did front.
Right.
Yeah, it's not that it's an odd route, Leo. It just, I feel like it would have been faster when he was already on bridge. Oh, yeah, Dark Cross, Maniacal never did. Maniacal skipped Dark Cross and Castle. Right. That's true, that could have been the pod key.
I think it was. I think about it. Fit another hard container.
Oh?
Big key to TR.
Yeah. Alright, Ice Rod? Ice Rod?
Won't hope.
And if anybody knows about pod, it's Leo. This is Leo's favorite place in the game. But only if it's a pendant.
Oops.
Well, the thing is, Maniacal coming in with 3 keys means he's skipping both chests. He doesn't have a choice. If he wants to complete the dungeon, he's going to get everything but Harmless Hallway and Vanilla Big Key. Yeah. That's good for Maniacal. And there's a shot.
Oh.
That means we're going to Swamp next.
Probably, yeah.
We'll go to Swamp next, and then we'll go to, but that's after Eastern for Kaesden. But it's still only your favorite if it's Pendant Pod, right? Well, we have not seen third pendant, so can Ice Rod be in GT? Yes. If TR is the third pendant. And there's that Bombos, which means he now knows that he's an Ice Rod away from TR completion. And is going to get this last check. Yep. And that is a good point. We are Ice Rod and a CT small from go mode. Or no mode, and a sword, yes. The sword's always the fun one. And, like, they got the sword, it wasn't super early, but still, being the only one they've seen this whole seed. I mean, they want one more. I mean, they have to have one more. They'd like 2, but... And see, if you were going to do the front route, Leo, I like what Maniacal did better, because he didn't go to the bridge. He just immediately went to Big Key Chest. I just think if you go as far as the bridge, then you should commit to back first. Yeah, we could just have multiple swords in Swamp. We could have swords kind of everywhere. No, he didn't at all. That's what I thought was weird. He went to the bridge, he blew open the door, and then he went back and went to the big key drop down. That's the only reason I commented on it. I'm interested to see where Kaesden goes next. There's the Ice Palace Small we missed earlier. It was just on Armos. Yeah, now we get the bread mill for Kaesden. It was also 2 deaths compared to 1. Kaesden had 2 deaths earlier. Maniacal only had 1 death. Maniacal died to some crabs. Kaesden died in between Dark Cross and he died trying to get the key rat in the back of Escape in the dark. Whereas Maniacal just never did Dark Cross and had Glove before. Yep, and Swamp for both runners. We saw something there. I don't know what we just saw. Pendant TR? Okay. That's pretty huge. Knowledge.
Yeah, as far as items go, it's not going to make a whole lot of difference, but...
Well, it just means our Ice Rod can be even more buried than normal.
Yeah. Perhaps. But yeah, we're at almost the 75-minute mark. It's a 7-6 advantage to Maniacal. They're running pretty much dead even at this point in terms of items and critical items. Let's see.
I think the big difference in this so far is Maniacal's choice to do early Old Man with just bow made his Eastern Palace way cleaner. And then because Kaesden's been sticking so much closer to logic, he's actually not skipped as much as Maniacal, and nothing Maniacal skipped has actually hurt him in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's the classic, damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. Now we got both our runners in Swamp, both of them minus the big key, which is not actually required to finish this dungeon.
We don't usually talk in this mode or cross hunt about who's ahead really, because it's hard to tell for a little bit. Maniacal definitely ahead right now though. He's just ahead. Kaesden's big way back into this, and Leo pointed it out, is Ice Palace big to show up, and it to have either the CT2 or Ice Rod.
Right.
And it needs to pop up before he goes to Ice.
Yeah.
There's a sword.
There's our blue sword at long last. 76 minutes into this, and Kaesden's about to do the same. So that's actually going to make Argus a lot easier all of a sudden. I'm sure. I think both runners could have done this, with a shot and hammer, but it's like now you don't have to.
I think that question depends, Dave. Yeah.
How much TR do you do?
It's kind of a 50-50 gamble, right? You're just gambling on where Ice Rod is. If you're still missing CT2 and Ice Rod at that point, then I can see just going and doing GT Basement. But realistically, it's just a gamble.
Yeah, it's a matter of timing, and the one advantage TR has is density. That there are, I believe, 12 checks they can do. That's good.
Yeah, but GT has 20 something.
Right. Red sword.
Yeah, I agree with Jesse. I agree with Jesse. It's you probably. Unless you feel behind, you do GT into TR. If you feel really behind, you can gamble. Why did we not just bust out a Silver Arrow?
And just burned his entire just completed some magic. Maniacal's going back in for a second helping of Swamp. Going to clear the left side now. 1757, so remains a 1 dungeon advantage for Maniacal. Maniacal noped out of there. Interesting.
I mean, you make your choice. So both of them are making that choice. And both of them are going to this. No, not going to the same spot. Oh, we're getting ice for Kaesden.
Yep.
This is not what you wanted to see if you're rooting for Kaesden.
Especially since he didn't have the big key, but in his mind, it is, I think, the only logical choice because he can actually finish this dungeon. Now, Maniacal could also, because he's got hookshot, could, out of logic.
I mean, he's probably going to. We're probably going to see him open TR. He might do the front of TR, and we'll see if he goes any farther before he just goes and does Hera and GT.
Yeah. I mean, again, you're in the neighborhood. You can run a triple here fairly easily.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, Leo. The fact he both of them chose to skip left side swamp, and the fact he came to ice before having the big key. We just know it's unfortunate because we know he's literally just behind a dungeon at this point and needs something to break his way.
Yeah, it's been about a dungeon and a half for about the last, I'd say, 40 minutes. Key to GT leads off TR.
We are at least doing the front of TR, so the question is, will he go beyond chain chomps? Because once you commit beyond chain chomps, you're kind of committing quite deep usually. We can ask Zara. That's something we can ask Maniacal if he felt any reason to choose TR. I mean, he only has 3 small, so it's not like it's 100% in logic yet. Hera big, okay.
That kind of made the decision for Maniacal, so yeah, Hera is definitely now in play, and I mean, hell, he does this, so, let's see, supposing GT rolls Snake Eyes, do you do the red bomb next?
If GT is empty, density would be the rest of TR.
Yeah.
But the odds of it being empty is low.
Yeah, 12 checks.
And we're kind of just glued on. We know what's coming up for Kaesden. We're just kind of glued on Maniacal because this is new.
Yeah.
Kaesden's about to get his CT1 off of cold.
Right, easy fight for Maniacal. He's gonna knock out his 9th dungeon.
And CT small for Kaesden as 8th dungeon completes. Moldorm has our boots.
Yeah.
Man, boots are pretty deep in logic. Good thing we started with them.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, he's been interesting. He's going to go straight toward Hera. Oh yeah, you guys can kind of, I guess, play sort of guessing game for TT2/Ice Rod. I mean, we're not looking for the big key, but we're looking for something. I'm glad to see someone else hates those Gibdos as much as I do.
They're a pain. Alright, 10 arrows. Love.
Oh, nope. Oh, nope.
Well, another small to TR, that's not bad, but,
yeah, that's all 4. So we've seen 6 checks so far?
yeah.
7.
Arrow.
I'm just counting checks, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. Clean Trolldorm fight for Kaesden. Crystal at 1:24:36, so a 2-minute difference on when they grabbed their crystal for their 9th dungeon.
GT small in DM room. Half magic.
Not required, but always welcome.
We went to the vanilla soundtrack.
By the way, it sounded different.
Well, we're 13 checks in, haven't found either item. Now, how deep does Kaesden go into TR is the question. $17 with nothing. This is getting fishy. Okay, this is not mirroring. Oh, we missed arrows. I missed that first chest. What was in that first chest? Oh god, we got a book. Oh boy. Oh, book sucks here. Man, the entirety of GT Basement is just flat empty. Maniacal did just the first 3 checks. So did not do chain chomps. Kaesden did chain chomps on top. Yeah, we got tile room in the climb. I mean, both things could just be in the climb. If they're not in the climb, we've got what? Pyramid Fairy, TR, Ice Big, Swamp Big, and Bombo's tablet. So we've got a bunch of bad checks, and Maniacal's got a bunch of checks he's left. So he's got Dark Cross, he's got the 2 checks in Pod. So Maniacal technically has more checks on his plate than Kaesden does if all this doesn't pan out. So we're getting the climb, of course. This makes sense. Yeah, but do they rush back to TR with no ice rod is the question. We do have all 4 small keys. I mean, it's tempting, but you're going to be off the mountain after completing GT, so it's just like... Again, the gambles. Oh yeah, you'll check, you get to check both chests in CT actually, which is kind of nice. He's gonna get one of his pod keys from that first chest in CT. And 2 chests in pod that he left. As well as swamp, yeah. As well as swamp and as well as swamp and ice bigs if they show up. If/win. Yeah, I doubt it either. That pod small in CT1 though is probably gonna make him wince a little bit. Because I definitely think he checked Pyramid. Or no, he never checked Pyramid. He's never been to Pyramid. He went straight from Catfish to the portal to Hammer. So he's going to peek Pyramid ledgewise there too, which, again, that's just a couple seconds, but he's got to do it. And our first new checks, we get Mirror Shield. Grey Corbin's now happy. Flip is depressed. I mean, we know Gray too well. GT is the bust. Now we've got choices, and it's just going to be... So Maniacal here is probably going to do Pyramid, CT1 and 2, and Dark Cross, all while he's on the mountain after this. And then it's just from there, where does he go to first? He could even go grab Pyramid Fairy and then do all of it, but it's just preference. Okay, we've got Divergence, by the way. This is pretty good. This is definitely what we want to see in Spice Department. Because if Ice Rod and CT2 are both in here, then we're back to having a race. Okay, here comes Pod 4 for Maniacal. Now, we do not know what's in this next check, so this is going to be kind of spicy as well. We've got back-to-back spicy checks coming up. And CT is nada. Oh. So, the only things we don't know... And there's Ice Rod. Oh, boy. Oh, Lord. Yeah, if CT2's in here, we have a race again. And the race is to see how long till Maniacal gets back to TR. Yes, we already have a race, but Maniacal was ahead, Leo. But now Maniacal is losing a little bit of time, so... We did not save and quit to the mountain. We're going to Pyramid Ferry. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That is massive. And if CT2... Oh, nope, ice. I was like, if CT2 is in here... I won't say way ahead. But if CT2 is in here, then it's a big deal. If it's a Pyramid Ferry, then it's interesting. This race is definitely a lot closer than it was about 3 or 4 minutes ago. It's just, a lot of it's going to really hard depend on where the CT2 is. Lumberjack was blueberries, if I remember correctly. Oh, ice big. Well, there's the ice big. Yeah, I think you have to go back to TR Dense was. It's just, it kind of sucks. No, we're not. We're going to Pod. Oh, the Big Key to Swamp. Alright, unless it's on Trinex, it is not in TR, so that means we are still hunting. We know it's not in Pod. Okay, so if it's not on Trinex, that means it's either an Ice Big or Swamp Big, right? Or Bombo's Tablet. Yeah, we have Bombo's Tablet and Pet as well. Or Left Side Swamp. God, they both skipped Left Side Swamp. I think you go Swamp after then, because you have 3 checks in Swamp. Alright, we're still looking for something. Where Kaesden probably goes back and does his climb. I almost wouldn't hate for Kaesden to almost wouldn't hate Kaesden to do. I don't know. You probably do Pyramid Fairy first. Where are we going? Maniacal? He's gonna do left side swamp. Okay. I was gonna say I don't know if you do Pyramid Fairy and then swamp and Bombos tablet for Kaesden, or if you do Bombos swamp and then Pyramid Fairy, which routes better for Kaesden. Yeah, I agree that this is definitely faster, but I think on Kaesden's side, because he's done everything, it's in TR, Laser Bridge. Nah, not Bombos tablet. Alright, we're down to left side swamp, swamp big, and ice big. I think in Kaesden's spot, you're supposed to finish your climb, and then you're supposed to do Bombos tablet, swamp, Pyramid Fairy. And Pyramid Fairy is going to give you the ice, and ice would be your last location. Or Ped, yeah. You also pull Ped. Somewhere in there, but I don't know if you... You have a lot of choices here. I mean, it's definitely it's a lot of interesting choices. So, I mean, what Maniacal is playing for here is Maniacal is just playing that neither one is in TR, and unfortunately for Maniacal, one of them is in TR. Again, glued on Game 3 is not scheduled, Ken, because we don't know who wins going to win this one. If Kaesden wins, then they have to schedule it. If Maniacal wins, the series is over. Alright, I'm looking over at Maniacal right now because we already know Kaesden's not finding it. We got Butter. No, it's not way ahead. It's not left side swamp. Okay, so we are looking at it in one of the two big chests. It is either an ice big or and he is going to TR, so it's an ice big or swamp big. Or pet. We have 3 locations left. Yeah, I corrected it, Drossi. Yeah, we're looking for CT2, Ken. I mean, sometimes, if you don't want it to come down to CT2, you want an Agathede. Yeah, I think this route by Maniacal puts Kaesden ahead. Because we know it's in one of 3 locations, and Maniacal is going to full clear TR. And Kaesden's going to check CT2, yeah, he's here. Kaesden has Swamp, Ice, Ped, Pyramid, Fairy, CT. Yeah, that's all Kaesden has left. Correct. They are looking for Castle Tower Small number 2. Alright, we're getting Ped. This is one of our checks. If it's here, then Kaesden, we're probably going to see a game 3. Actually, realistically, we're probably... It's a good likelihood we'll see game 3 right as of right now. It's not guaranteed, but it's a good likelihood. Oh, it's rando. Things can still happen. Okay, we just got a map on Ped. Ped is dead. Sorry, chat. But that means it's in Swamp Big or Ice Big. Yeah, Ice Big is going to be the last location for Kaesden. Oh, yeah, Compass. Yeah, true. Find your way home. Yeah. It wasn't a map, it was a compass. Who knows what compass we're missing? We don't exactly track that. Oh, if it's Swamp Big Chest, then that's last location for Maniacal, 100%. Ice Big could be a little bit closer, depending on how fast Maniacal gets out of here. Yeah, Swamp Big Chest would be horrid for Maniacal. Realistically, the way this is shaking out, it's really bad, but... I think Ice Big would be a lot closer, yes, because I think when Maniacal's done here, Maniacal may just have Ice Big and Swamp Big left. No, he got it. It's open. It's just not marked. Yes, they've checked everything up on the only checks we don't know is the one Kaesden's about to hit in Swamp Palace Big and Ice Big are the only 2 checks we do not know what's in there. Could you imagine Uncle had it this entire seed, both runners skipped Uncle? Alright, there's our 6th pod. Small. We're about to get our Swamp Big. Alright, it's Ice Big. This is gonna be a close race. Because I feel like Maniacal is gonna go straight from here to Ice Big because he's already been in Swamp. Oh no! Zial, this is literally a completionist seed. We've seen every check in the game between both runners, and both runners will have literally essentially checked every. Maniacal may skip 1 check, depending on which dungeon he chooses to go to the big chest for. Yeah, he's probably gonna go ped first, and that's fine. I assume that he's gonna go ped first. It's just gonna be, what does he do after ped? Because Kaesden's heading to where it's at. Is not gonna head to where it's at yet, because he has to go get the big key off of Pyramid Ferry. So we have to go take Big Bomb to the pyramid for Kaesden. This is why this is going to be close, is because Kaesden still has to do this. Yeah, this is going to be ridiculously close. It's just gonna come down to whether Maniacal flutes to 8 or 4 after he checks ped. If he flutes to 4, then Kaesden is 100% ahead. If he flutes to 8, then I don't know. Ice is quicker, and he's going to ice, so we know. So Maniacal is slightly ahead to the item. So the whole difference in this race right now is Kaesden has done one check that Maniacal has not. And that is Swamp Big. But he did it en route to left side swamp, so it didn't really cost. Where is Kaesden going? Alright, well this is over. That decided it. Yeah, that's right. He got... Yeah. Well, that's gonna be GG's. More than likely. We collectively know it's Ice Big, so... Maniacal is about to hit go mode in just a couple seconds. And Maniacal hits go mode at 1:51:27. Now we just get to go beat up on a wizard sitting at the top of a castle and then beat up on a pig. And Kaesden's on his way to go mode. This would have been super, super close if Kaesden had went to ice before Hera. We're predicting how many blue balls from Aga. See, you're looking at it wrong, chat. You're trying to be right. If you just always assume it's 15, then you'll never be disappointed. Now, Kaesden did save and quit, which is going to save him a little time to the... Oh, no. We haven't beat Aga yet. Never mind. Ignore me. Yeah, so Kaesden has literally full cleared the game. Maniacal has seen every check sans Swamp Big. That was me and did the bigger option. We probably saw it somewhere. Well, 6-15 is not going to win today, unless we get exactly 6, because we got 4 straight shots. Actually, it can't win. The most we can get now is 3. Zero wins. Pay out the zeros. And we're gonna have a very, very fast Ganon. And Kaesden's not that far behind, realistically. He's about to enter Aga 1. So literally, if he had went to Ice instead of Hera, this would have been a Ganon execution battle. And get ready to get your GGs in, chat. And Maniacal crosses the bridge, taking first and winning the series 2-0. So that is a 2-0 victory for the entire series for Maniacal. He will be moving on to the next stage of the brackets, which actually, let me go pull up. So he's moving on to face 2C, who is the other person who is already in the top 16. They will be the only 2 people in the top 16 already and can go ahead and schedule matches. And get your GGs out for Kaesden as he's about to cross the bridge. And GG's for Kaesden, 1 minute and 20 seconds behind. Really close race considering it came down to essentially a last location for both. Alright, as soon as see if we can get one or both of the members in here for a chat. And Maniacal is joined us. GG's, Maniacal.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah,
sorry about the echo there.
Oh, you're good. So 2-0 on the series. Congrats.
Yeah, GG to Kaesden. I was going to wait and see if he was going to join, but it looks like I got pulled up early, so sorry to be discourteous. It wasn't my choice. But yeah, GG to Kaesden. So much respect for him and how very, very good he is at this game. That was a really scary seed to have to race against him.
It was very close. So Kaesden hard last located the CT2 small.
He said he didn't do tile room.
Okay, I didn't see him skip that. So he missed tile room. You missed swamp big.
Yeah, I didn't miss, but did dodge. At the point when it was either swamp big, which I had left forever, or ice, I figured ice was probably my only live out of the two, just because even if you isolate left side swamp, you probably have swamp big when you do a redip if you didn't have it early. And so I just didn't think swamp big was likely to be live. But yeah, GG Kaesden.
Did choice. GG's Kaesden.
Hey, GG.
And so your time in the tournament will come to a close, but top 32, that's a good result.
Yeah, no, I can't complain with that. It's further than I was hoping to get, so.
Yeah, I was in a similar spot. I'd not made it out of groups the past 2 years, so that was really where I set the goal for this one, and everything else is kind of house money, and so just trying to see how far I can ride it.
Yep, this was my first time making it out of groups, so
yeah,
it was a decent run.
Absolutely. I mean, who'd you have last round? It was
Drakey.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
we had some close games. So
that's a really scary matchup too. I mean, everyone in brackets, right?
Once you're into brackets, like there's no gimmies. Everyone's good. So
pretty much.
Yeah, this game was actually incredibly close. This game literally came down to Kaesden went back up to Hera before ice.
Yeah, I did tune in and kind of catch the end of it. I don't know if he rushes ice. I don't know about the time delta.
There's no way I would have rushed ice, I don't think, because like I knew the ice big pretty much had to be in Pyramid Fairy. I think logically there was nowhere else it could be.
Yeah.
So when I got the ice big, I was just thinking, it's like, if this is the answer, like I was trying to remember if there's any reasonable way to have gotten that before doing ice. But I don't even remember or I don't even know what the red crystals were. I think Hera was one, and maybe Pod.
Yep.
I had Hera small pretty early, so Hera baseball.
I did too.
Could have been ice big if you went there after Pyramid Fairy. I think that had to be live as well for ice big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really close race. So if Kaesden went to ice there, it was probably really tight and close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a matter of choosing the right spot at that point. It's like I had like 3 checks that are spread out across the world. It just, the last thing I'm going to do is tile room, because like if that was the answer, like I've already lost. There's no point to go back into GT. So just decided I'm going to do Hera and then do the almost tablet swamp stuff. Swamp I was a little hesitant on. It's like I skipped that earlier. I probably shouldn't have gone back in for it, but the swamp big was enough to drag me in there for 4 checks between that and Bombos tablet. And then ice big was kind of late on the list. So
yeah, my situation was after the castle tower dip, which I did with Pyramid Ledge post GT. I basically had Ped or Pyramid Fairy, which I did, and then I had like Ped, Swamp Big, Ice Big, and so I checked Ped after, like, I went up and did TR, had Ped right after, and then Ice Big, Swamp Big, and with Swamp being accessible early, the Swamp Big key, I figured that even though I'd routed Bombo's tab into left side Swamp, which I think is similar to what you did, in a pretty late sequence after GT and getting the book.
Yeah.
I didn't have the big key at the time, and so I figured if I go back in for just swamp, like there's no way that I'm the first to swamp big chest, and so I took the ice chest over swamp big chest in the same way that you took it over.
No, that and that makes sense. You know, it's just like those small little things of when you do one thing, it kind of influences when you're wanting to do the next thing, and you know how likely is it that you're getting there first. And really, between us, that's what it came down to, is just who got to the check first, because I feel like we both basically full cleared the game.
Yeah, there. You said for you it was just tile room left, and for me it was just swamp big left.
Yeah, tile room of GT was the only other thing I didn't do in the entire game, at least a visual check of.
Yep, you both did essentially 215 out of 216.
Yep. Pretty gross.
And that's not what
I didn't realize I had rolled a completionist, but you know, what can you do?
Yeah, so the only note I have was for Kaesden. I had a note from GFE for you.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted me to make sure I told you to learn how to route pod.
I routed pod fine.
I like the pod route. I
the Maniacals was slightly better. Kaesden went to the bridge, and that was our big thing. Was I think you went to bridge first, and then went back to big chest, did right side, and then went to the back.
I mean, that's like 2 screen transitions. That's small stuff.
That's minor.
You could have gotten something that would have sped up basement or something like.
Well, Leo was just assuming. I was assuming you were going to the back first, which I was like, okay, cool. And Leo was assuming you were going to hover right side, which also cool.
I often do, but given my hookshot cave hover was not spectacular, I'm not going to waste time.
Oh my god, me too, dude.
Trying to do this.
Oh.
My hookshot cave hovers were such garbage. I failed the first one twice, and then I got the rest of them. But like I was not about to go for right side pod today.
Getting the one for the. No, I derped on that. I actually was going through spike room. You know, in my head, I'm just going to hook shot over to the chest. It's like, wait, I don't have a hook shot. That's not going to work. So I go to hover backwards to go get it. I took a fall. I was like, it's not happening today. So it's like, I just
went around,
grabbed it. Yeah.
I was willing to commit to trying it from the chest, but not trying it from the bridge to get the chest. So I went up the bridge, grabbed the chest first, and then just hovered left.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that if I was thinking, but since I was already there, it's like, well, I might as well give it one shot. If it goes through, like, cool, save a bunch of time, just drop off, and then you run up the bridge, and there you go. And then if not, you just, you know, suck it up and go run around.
The other thing that wasn't Maniacal's friend this seed was Icebreaker. My
D-pad is getting thrown in the garbage. It's been a long time coming, and so the controller that I play on for Link to the Past Rando has like these really nice soft face buttons, so hovering is like super cozy, and so I can't quit it. Like I just I can't give this controller up. But the D-pads have been getting progressively worse, and add to it that I pause buffer some of the icebreaker stuff because I can't get clean D-pad releases on the diagonals.
Gotcha.
And so I'm pause buffering it, but then like also the start and select buttons, you have to like really jam them to get them to fire.
I hate that. I swapped one of my controllers recently, and the new one I have with the fresh rubbers is really good, except the L and R buttons are a little on the stiff side, so sometimes quick swapping either doesn't happen, or I really have to kind of jam on the button. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I feel like I refurbed this one probably like 6 months back, but like every time I rebuild this controller, it just like it hangs on for a few months less than the last time it did. And so it's probably about time for me to give it up and see if I might be able to like port this D-pad and the D-pad rubber over into another shell. But yeah. I mean, ignore the icebreaker. I quite literally probably lost 45 to 60 seconds on the 2 icebreakers this seed. Like it was really gross.
I mean, other than that though, your guys' execution speaks wonders. I mean, you guys both full cleared the seed sub 2 with really nasty CT2 placement.
Yeah, I was happy with my
And
execution.
Ice Rod, for that matter.
Yeah, Ice Rod was also really gross with TR's small 4 in GT. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was laughing when I pulled that Ice Rod. It's like, wow, this
I
game
think
is
somebody
so
was
stupid.
talking to Logic, and it was Pod 6 was in where was it?
It was, I think, in either Compass Room or Rando Room or something. It was somewhere in GTA. Or was it Laser Bridge? Oh.
And I think one of your TR smalls was locked behind it, maybe.
It was, yeah. The TRs. Yeah. There was a TR small in GT for sure. That I remember, because I remember finding it. It's like, okay, cool. I did the front 4 of TR. When I go back, I can, full clear. I don't have to worry about lava chest anymore.
Yeah, that
but at the same time, like I'd been clearing, the whole game without skipping anything. Like, I need to make a play somewhere, and the only thing I was really able to do was left side swamp and then tile room. Like, those are the only 2 plays I made outside of just going through the game.
Yeah. Most of the plays I made were just putting off areas until I could come back to them. Like, I didn't do spec rock and like left mount, so I didn't know about my fire rod until pretty late, until I was going up with mirror and hammer. and things like that. Like, I didn't know the mirror was on bumper ledge, so I got away with having a pretty consolidated sequencing on a lot of the mid-seed stuff and felt good about it, but there weren't really any skips to be made.
Yeah, I had scouted the hammer because I needed bombs before doing South Shore. So I scouted the hammer, bought my bombs, go do South Shore.
Fair. I used the bush
I need to find...
That's was the thing. Yeah, he used bush crab to save some time on you.
I forgot the bush crab was a thing at that point. It's like, I need something, just go and get the scout. So
yeah,
bush crab or not, I don't mind having the knowledge of where that was, and then I got it with an early water walk. And since I was planning the water walk to get it, that led me right by the mirror. I was like, oh, cool, scout this, and then go into Skullwood, set up the water walk, and go get that. And then we'll start this loop again.
Yeah, I was ready to water walk, and then I was like, oh wait, have flippers. So
even still, the water walk's gonna... I don't know if it saves time though, with you have to count going into Skullwoods to set it up and everything.
Yeah, I was doing it
because swimming is slow, but
yeah, I wasn't going to go into Skullwoods. Plus, I was doing Graveyard Ledge and Catfish on my way over, and then taking the Whirlpool down. So
gotcha.
And then Hammer was a saving quit for me to just like go right back up the mountain, which is when I found the Fire Rod. But yeah, it was a cool seed. Other than having really gross placements for specifically Ice Rod and CT2, but like that's kind of classic 80 keys.
Yeah, it's pretty average for 80 keys.
At least we had boots the whole seed.
Yep.
Yeah, they popped up on Moldorm.
Okay,
logically.
Yeah, I didn't even note where the actual like the green 20 was.
Yeah, it was on Moldorm himself, which was behind the big key in front of TR. Well, I don't have anything else for you guys. You guys have anything else?
No, just GG to Kaesden, and looking forward to racing 2C, another super scary opponent as expected, and we'll have the time zone conflict, so probably weekends.
Yeah, it was nice to have real easy scheduling with you.
Yeah,
it's always nice when doing late night stuff. It's so much easier when you're on the West Coast.
For sure, I appreciated it for sure. Lets me.
But yeah, good luck. Good luck moving on. And
thank you, and
the rest of the tournament.
And thank you for the comms and the restream and tracking and everything for everyone who helps put these restreams on. Really appreciate getting to showcase this one.
Yep, it was a fun race to watch. And so with that, SpeedGaming is home to a lot of races. There'll be a lot more main tourney games coming up. Follow the runners. They put on a great show. I'm IB Karma. I was co-comming with Proa. He had to duck off because of some internet issues. And then we also had One Kind of Syrup on tracking. So thank you very much. He tracked both runners magnificently. And that's all I got. Everybody have a good rest of your evening. And good night.